I always see Rhino traveling domestically and abroad. How does he fit it in with his clinical practice, and what are the major differences between how we practice behavior analysis here versus other countries? So the first one's pretty simple and quick. I don't have a clinical load. How I got here was a journey though. It was slowly figuring out what I wanted to do, what I didn't like to do. Who are the best people in the industry out there, within our field or not within our field, that I could learn from, maybe copy and repeat and iterate off of. And then how did I just master those skill sets as fast as I possibly could? So quickly, from 2009 to 2011, I worked extensively as an interventionist, as many people are now registered behavior technicians in that sort of role. From there, I was given more opportunities because I worked my butt off. I tried the best that I could. I did everything that I possibly could and more to be able to just help out, learn, read those extra articles, help in those after hours, clean that mess, whatever it was, just show my full dedication to the field and get other extra opportunities to learn, network, and those sort of things. What that led me to was opportunities to start understanding how to program, how to do case management skill sets. So I had some overlap here. It was from 2010 to 2013. I worked really extensively in those sort of roles, getting more and more and more autonomy as I move forward, having always having mentors in those sort of capacities, someone overlooking my work, sometimes 2 or 3 people overlooking my work. Now in 2013, graduating with my BCBA in hand as well, I was in the position where I could help start a company with somebody providing services that were needed in the Orlando area. That was the first time I really stepped away from clinical practice. I always maintained like 6 hours a week-ish of work where I was working one-on-one with somebody, but I was really in the management side of things. And that's because I learned that I enjoy delivering services, but I'm more interested in the systems, like those things that are really difficult and most people are like this is so hard to understand. Like I really enjoyed that struggle day to day. And I wasn't as passionate, and other people were in the system to work on delivering those services. So it just kind of worked out there. So 2014, 15, 16 is where I started trying to work into how do we create new programs and services. So I've always used my track record in a different area to be able to get me opportunities in the areas that I'm interested in. And that is because they might look similar, right? Like, oh, I've been a clinical director and helped deliver services in that capacity in the past in Florida. Let's create some new services in Nevada under this whole different infrastructure. It doesn't necessarily make sense, but employers oftentimes will say, oh, you know what? He's got the ambition. He has some relevant skill sets. Maybe with the right system or oversight, it's worth a bet. It's almost like leveraging the Peter Principle. I just realized the Peter Principle, I think, is that concept in business of you're going to get promoted because you have the skill sets that you currently have for the job you need, but you're gonna get promoted into something totally above your skill set and what you don't actually have. And it causes this problem, but I've just leveraged that to get these opportunities in the past. So it wasn't a quick transition. It was a deliberate 4 years of trying to figure out how to get paid for work that was not in a typical role. The way that I make that happen now is through a lot of little streams of income. I might make anywhere from $40 to $2,000 a month in those different revenue streams. It's not lucrative. It is the most amazing time right now though. I get to ride the wave of going to really cool places. But I brought home $28,000 last year. So as glamorous as it looks in some capacities, and it totally is, it's not like there's just stacks of money sitting around. All right, to summarize that, what are you interested in? What are you not interested in? From there, who are the best people in the world to look at, whether or not they're in their field? Break that into how do you get some mentorship in the field and outside of the field? Who are those sort of people? And then from there, what skill sets do you need to be able to move forward? I did all of that, including with this YouTube channel, when it came to not even realizing I enjoyed it, that I enjoyed liking it and wanted to pursue it. Finding mentors in the field and outside the field. Outside was Jarek, inside was just the people that were giving me feedback on whether or not they thought it was engaging, all the subscribers and the Patreon supporters. And then from there, it was just practice, iteration, getting as fluent as I can, breaking down the skill sets. How do I edit as quickly as I can?
I didn't know where I was going till I abused it.
I've gotten wicked fast at this editing thing. How do I shoot as fast as I can? How do I get the gear slowly through doing more and more and more gigs to be able to reinvest back in and get the better equipment and such? So I did this in clinical practice like many of you are now. I've done this in organizational behavior management, and I'm doing this now in this totally different realm when it comes to media services like this YouTube channel and our conferences of implementing this model. I think the crucial thing there is those are components to be thinking of, and a constant evaluation with behavior analysis is the key. You have been lucky to stumble into understanding human behavior, understanding why we do what we do, how to break that down, how to measure it. At the end of the day, these are just goals that you figure out, you set for yourself, and you track your progress towards them. So it's in your hands. I hope this is useful. Good luck out there.